Most men never see the shift until it's already happened. You pull your energy back, stop chasing, and suddenly, her behavior changes. Her voice softens. Her eyes lose certainty. That's not random. That's the moment she realizes she's lost control of your attention. Today you'll understand exactly what happens in her mind when she feels that loss. What she thinks, what she feels, and why your silence hits harder than anything you could ever say. Let's begin. 1. The withdrawal that breaks the illusion. When you stop feeding her validation, her sense of control starts to fade. At first, she doesn't believe it. She thinks you're just busy, distracted, or playing a small game. But her subconscious already knows something has changed. Women build emotional security through attention. It's not about love, it's about stability. The moment your energy stops flowing toward her, she feels the ground shift. The old rhythm disappears. That's when she starts questioning herself quietly, even if she pretends not to care. Every unanswered text becomes a trigger. Every moment of silence forces her to feel what she once made you feel. This is not manipulation. It's reflection. You're no longer mirroring her emotion, and that confuses her ego. She can't tell if you've moved on or if you're just in control. Both possibilities disturb her balance. Stay grounded here. Your calm is her mirror now. The more stable you stay, the faster her illusion breaks. 2. The defense mechanism. When her ego senses she's losing power, she hides behind detachment. She might act cold, sarcastic, or uninterested. She might post photos that look like freedom, smiles that look like peace. But none of it is real. Detachment is her mask. It's the wall she builds to avoid facing regret. It's not confidence, it's protection. Understand something clear. When a woman acts unbothered, she's bothered. The louder the performance, the deeper the confusion. A woman at peace doesn't need an audience. A woman hurting looks for one. That's why she shows herself online, hoping you'll see it. Not because she's healed, but because she wants to test if you still care. This is where most men fail. They break their silence to respond, to prove they still matter. But the Stoic man doesn't react. He observes. He stays composed. Your restraint is what shakes her. She begins to realize that your validation was never her right. It was a privilege, and she lost it. 3. The return of memory. When she feels you slipping away, her mind rewinds. She remembers the little things she once dismissed, the way you listened, the way you stayed patient, the calm in your presence. These memories aren't nostalgia. They're regret disguised as reflection. Women replay the past to restore emotional balance. But memory doesn't heal, it highlights loss. She starts comparing the men who approach her now with the man who no longer does. No one matches the emotional weight you carried. No one provides the same sense of security. That contrast hurts more than silence ever could. It's not that she misses you. She misses the version of herself that felt valuable around you. That's the truth behind her sudden warmth, her small messages, her attempts to reconnect. She doesn't just want you back. She wants the feeling she had when your attention was hers. That's not love. That's dependency on validation. And once you see that, you stop chasing illusions. You start protecting your peace. 4. The ego begins to fracture. As silence stretches, her confidence starts to crack. She thought you would always be there. Now, for the first time, she feels what it's like when you are not. At first, she hides it. She jokes with friends. She posts carefully filtered moments of happiness. But deep inside, she feels the weight of your absence. Every man who comes after you reminds her what she lost. Not because of status or looks, but because none of them carry your calm. None of them make her feel safe in her chaos. Your emotional consistency was her mirror. Now that it's gone, she sees the reflection of her own behavior. The late replies, the dismissive tone, the tests, all of it replays in her mind with new meaning. She begins to ask herself quiet questions. Was I too cold? Did I push him away? Why did I think he'd never leave? That self-reflection is painful, but it's the beginning of her awareness. 5. The shift from pride to panic. When her ego weakens, the next stage begins. Pride turns into panic. She starts watching you again. Not directly, but through silence. Through mutual friends. Through your stories. Through the small signals you don't realize you send. She's not looking for information. She's looking for hope. She wants to know if you still care. Every man who detaches with composure forces this reaction, because she knows you are no longer driven by her approval. And that absence of need makes you unpredictable. Unpredictability attracts attention. She starts to act inconsistent. Warm one day, cold the next. That's not a game. It's her confusion in motion. Her ego wants control. Her emotions want peace. You are no longer giving her either. Stay calm here. Don't return to old habits. Let her confusion become clarity. 6. The false display of strength. When panic grows too visible, she switches masks again. Now she acts powerful. She'll say she's moved on. She'll show a new version of herself online. But that strength is performance, not peace. Real peace doesn't need to prove anything. Pretend strength always seeks an audience. Her new glow isn't happiness. It's an attempt to get your reaction. She wants you to see her thriving without you. So you question your decision. But you've evolved past that. You don't compete with her emotions. You don't chase validation. You stay centered in your silence. That's when her illusion collapses. Because a man who stays unmoved teaches her a lesson that words never could. 7. Emotional recalibration. Once the masks fall, her mind starts rewiring. She isn't just missing you. She's missing the version of herself that existed when you were present. She replays moments in disbelief. Your patience, your calm, the attention she took for granted. She begins to realize her actions contributed to the loss. That's when regret hits, not just sadness, but a deep, quiet understanding. She might test you subtly now. A casual message, a joke she knows will get your attention, a story meant to make you notice her. Notice carefully. These aren't manipulations, they're emotional feelers. She's checking if the door is still open without saying it. Your response, or lack of one, determines the depth of her realization. A man who remains calm, grounded, and unmoved becomes magnetic. Your presence, even in absence, teaches her the value she overlooked. 8. The power of your absence. Absence is not punishment. It's revelation. When a man with emotional depth, purpose, and control steps back, he leaves a space she cannot fill. Social media validation, flattery from others, even new relationships, none replace what she lost. She begins comparing every man to you. No one matches the emotional security you provided. No one recreates the calm certainty she once depended on. This is where transformation happens. Your absence forces her to confront reality. It forces her to see the truth about herself, about what she took for granted. She may circle back. She may reach out. She may try to test your consistency. Do not chase. Do not beg. Do not return to old patterns. Your responsibility is to protect the man you became. Your growth is proof. Your peace is proof. Your detachment is clarity she cannot ignore. Let her sit in the weight of what she created. Her regret, her reflection, her confusion, that is not your burden. It's the natural consequence of taking something genuine for granted. Remember this. A man who no longer needs to chase radiates emotional certainty. A man who is present, grounded, and unmoved teaches lessons without words. A man who evolves through silence, distance, and reflection cannot be replaced. Her loss is your lesson. Her confusion is your clarity. Her realization is proof of your stoic strength. If this insight hit you, take action. Stand in your power. Remain centered. Protect your growth. Like this video to reinforce the lesson. Subscribe to stay connected and remind yourself that true strength is quiet but undeniable. Your presence, even in absence, shapes reality. And that is the shift that changes everything.